Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Unmute. Some announcements here at the top. As usual, first, we want to remind everyone we're going to take all first questions, and if we have time, then we'll take second questions. So please be cognizant of answering the question of the day and then one tech question. And if we have time, then we can come back and revisit second tech questions if we have time. Also, want to remind everyone to please be respectful and give everyone the same respect that you would want answering your question. And that way, there's no dumb questions and everyone feels comfortable. The question of the day today is actually Monday. Coming up is Apple Keynote Day, and they're going to be announcing the brand new iPhones and probably some other stuff, which we don't know exactly what yet, but we will see. So the question is, are you the kind that likes to update every year? Are you going to update this year? What are you going to do? So also, we got Michael Doyce with us. Hey, Michael, how's it going?
Great, Marty. Thanks for having me here again. And I am the type to update every year. As everybody knows, I will have probably the new phone, the new AirPods that they're talking about, the new. I don't know if I'll get a new watch. I'm still liking my Ultra One. So they would have to do quite a bit to improve on that. And if you are a watch owner, new ringtones this year, new alert tones and everything on this watchOS 11. So very exciting. I updated to the beta, not to test it, but because of that reason. I love the new sounds. So um, those will be some really cool things. I want to mention iAccessibility. We have a new podcast, the iAccessibility Report, where we take all of our text articles and convert them into speech. So you can subscribe to that, and it will be on the iAccessibility Network, the iAcast Network feed as well. So all of that is coming out, and we will have a podcast before the event with our predictions and all that stuff coming up. So very exciting stuff. Marty, I'll hand it back to you.
Thanks, Michael, and we appreciate you being here as always. If you guys want to reach out to us, you can always email us with any questions, comments, or anything else at feedback@unmute.show. And check out all the things that we have going on our website, which is unmute.show. For example, we got some really awesome merch over there, which was designed by Blind Girl Designs. We were in collaboration with them, and it came out really awesome. So go check that out. And Michael Babcock, how's it going?
I am not the type who updates his phone every year. I used to be. I've kind of solved that. I'm on my wife's old phone. Now she, on the other hand, does tend to upgrade more often than I do. But I'm on her old phone, and I had my previous phone for a couple of years before that as well. And I think, no, one of the boys does not have it. It got traded in to help with offsetting the cost of one. Really helpful if you do decide to upgrade. Check the trade-in programs both at Best Buy. Really like the Best Buy's trade-in programs, and with your carrier and with Apple directly if that's who you purchase it through. On yesterday's Technically Working, Demasi and I talked more about his move, which is one thing, but we also talked about the challenges of getting internet in some areas and how he's had to reach out to 2 internet providers, maybe a third one in the near future, just to get services set up, and it's been kind of a challenge. So if you're interested in hearing that, check that out. There were some challenges with recording the episode as well. So just forewarning you about that. On Digital Bytes, Chris and I shared I showed you how to disable Backstage View on Microsoft Word, and Chris explored 2 wiki apps to help you with getting research done in order to find the information you need. On Friday's JAWS tip, I shared how to quickly reset JAWS to factory defaults with JAWS key space followed by the letter Z, and why you might want to do that as a troubleshooting step to try to figure out what's going on. On Wednesday's Shell Phone Show, Dreza shared Tackling the Timers. There's 4 different timers on the Blind Shell Classic 2, and he goes in and shows you how to manipulate each of those and how all of them work. And then I changed the name of the Tuesday calls, so now it's going to come up as Community Unmuted, and we replayed the 27th of August last week. So that's what we have right now. Sheila, do we have any hands?
You do. Janet.
Hey, Janet.
Hey, Janet.
Hello. I have not updated my phone in probably 3 or 4 years, so I don't update my phone very often. So, and I did do a trade-in value from my carrier, and I didn't like the results. So,
Copy that. Well, thanks for sharing, and we appreciate you joining us.
Thanks, Janet.
Gregory.
Hey, Gregory.
Hey, Gregory.
Great recording
Hey,
on Double
guys.
Tap, by the way. Enjoyed what Sean did when he edited it down.
Yeah, I like doing that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's you guys' fault. I told you it's you guys' fault. I think I've got bitten. I want to wait and see about updating. I always do that to the phone because I want to see if AI is going to be there. And I just upgraded to a 14 Pro, so but you never know.
Yeah.
I might do it. So,
I'm curious how Apple's going to sell the new phones with the AI features not coming until 18.1. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out next week.
I just want to wait. Yeah, as I need stuff, I dig up old phones. An old iPhone 7. I use it for stuff like I started the audio stuff. So I dug up the old phone, started using it. So these old phones stick around. So you can use them, and when the battery dies, that's when you get rid of them. So yeah, I'll wait.
For sure.
Great.
Well,
Sounds good.
Thanks for chiming in. And did you have a question today, or did you just want to share your thoughts?
No question yet.
Okay. I felt like I interrupted you, so just wanted to make sure.
Oh, it's okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Abraham.
Hey, Abraham.
Hello.
How's it going?
I'm good. So I am not going to upgrade. I upgraded last year, and before that, it was 7 years ago before.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm not going to
I'm
do
actually
it.
impressed that your battery actually lasted 7 years.
I did get the battery replacement. There, yeah. And my question is Google Drive. I don't know what's happening. I can't get folder names anymore. It does not read any feedback to me at all. And I've tried NVDA, I've tried JAWS, nothing.
So
I just scroll down. I don't even know what they are anymore, but
Just
I
Google
don't hear the
Drive on the
folder
web?
names. Yes.
Google Drive on the web. Have you used Google Drive on your added your Google Drive app for desktop, or do you just use it on the web?
I only ever used it on the web. I've never used the desktop version.
Do you have any thoughts, Michael? Have you seen that behavior? I haven't used it on the web with the screen reader.
Because you are familiar with Google Drive, it sounds like you know that the best action is to disable Browse and Virtual Viewer. My initial thought for you, Ibrahim, is to use the Be My Eyes app and call Google and see if maybe there's a notice that's up on the screen that for some reason the screen reader isn't reading that might be interfering with it. Because my other thought was to try Control-Alt-Z for accessibility mode, but that's not an option in Google Drive.
Yeah. So I see that it just says row, and then I tried Be My Eyes. Yeah, it just says row. I tried the Be My Eyes thing, but I don't see Google as an option for my country. I see Microsoft there, but no Google.
Oh, okay. Well, let me look into this, Ibrahim, see if I can figure out what's going on there. I can replicate that. Mine, it might be giving a little more, but mine's saying is row, more info, press right arrow.
Yeah, something like that.
Yep. So I'm replicating that with JAWS right now in Microsoft Edge. So let me.
Oh, I didn't even try a different browser. I just used Brave.
Yeah, try Firefox and see if it's different in there, because I'm not logged into Google account there. That would be worth trying. But yes, it seems to be an issue with Google Drive.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Ibrahim. Opens my eyes.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. So, I am one of these people who wishes they could use the phones till they died. But I've only done that once, because I can usually, once I can't update the iOS anymore, things can get tricky pretty quickly. So I just updated in February, of this past year, and I will not update again for a while because these things are expensive.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not on any kind of plan that well, I could get on one, I suppose, but good grief, updating every 6 months or every year? No, nope.
Yeah.
So, my question is a little bit kind of dumb, I guess, but my mother.
Remember, there's no dumb questions.
Well, you might change your mind after you hear this one. I'm going to visit my mother in about a week and a half, and she has a Roku TV. Isn't there some kind of a way to activate voice on that? I don't know anything about them. I was just kind of interested.
You would have to go into the settings to turn it on. You may be able to turn it on and off from the remote, but the cool thing about the remote on Roku, they have, you can talk to it and give it commands and it will do the different things that way for you. So it's actually pretty good. And if you want further features, you go into the settings and turn on and off the different things that you would want.
What is it? Is it an Apple product? Am I doing voiceover there? No, it is not.
Well, Roku, it's its own. So, for example, Apple makes Apple TV, and then Amazon makes their thing, and then Roku makes their thing. The cool thing about Roku is on a lot of the TVs, Roku is actually built into the actual TV itself, which means you wouldn't have to buy an extra piece of equipment to plug into the TV. So that's one cool thing about the Roku. You just have to find which TV has Roku on it.
Right. I'm not sure what she's using because I don't think she has TV. She might, but she didn't last time I knew. So would she have to have a TV in order to use it?
Well, you either have the TV that has the software, which would be Roku in your case, built into the TV itself, or she would have a Roku box, which she would plug into the TV and then use it that way. So one of those two things.
Okay. So, but Roku, I mean, voice is in the settings somewhere then.
Yes. And there's also on the remote as well. So like you can talk to it and say, do different things,
What I was, voice, I think is there something that speaks? That's what I'm trying to ascertain.
Yeah, it comes through the remote control usually.
It comes through the remote itself?
Yeah. There's a speaker on the remote, or you can plug headphones in.
Okay. I was just trying to think of if like it had a voice itself that it spoke to you. So
if you turn that on, yes, it does.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Sorry to misunderstand.
No, you're good. That's no worries.
Okay. Thank you. That was all I had. Have a great day.
You too.
Two things before.
Diane, do we have somebody in Clubhouse?
Yes, we have two folks on stage. First is Robert Sampson, followed by Taylor Arndt.
And go ahead, Robert.
Good morning, friends. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
We can hear you.
Regarding the new iPhone features, I want to observe how much it is good for me. Actually, I have a plan for going for MetaGlass, so I will see the feasibility. Regarding last week, I told you about the four-finger gestures on the top of the phone as well as bottom of the phone. Both are merged like that. I want to show you that. Please.
So we can't hear your phone, Robert?
We're not hearing you anymore, Robert.
Yeah, we can't hear your phone at all, Robert.
So
we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing actually. So it's both the things are merged. Actually, I solved the problem in other way. I put the actions for the four-finger swipe up and four-finger swipe down with the commands I added. I solved the problem.
Good.
But
so you went into the gestures and assigned it manually.
Yeah, I did it. But still, I'm wondered why this four-finger single tab on the top and the bottom merged. I'm trying to find the reason. I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a gesture. Is four-finger tap at the top and four-finger tap at the bottom? Are those gestures in the voiceover gesture options?
Yeah, gestures. Yeah, they existed. Now they become a single one, four-finger single tap.
Interesting. I will check in iOS 18 and see if that's been fixed. And okay. What I would do is try to reach out to Microsoft Accessibility because they have some additional resources. But I'm glad to know that you creatively solved the problem. Like they may be able to tell you what happened, but it sounds like right now you have the problem solved, and that's pretty cool.
Is that Apple
Yeah, my
accessibility?
iPhone is a little bit older.
Yeah.
I updated the OS. I don't know whether that is a thing like that. If this is the problem, I have to go for the new iPhone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we go on to the next hand in Clubhouse, I did want to do a little bit of follow up with Ibrahim. While we were chatting with the previous two callers, I did go into Be My Eyes and then to Service Directory and then to Technology and was able to find Google. It was not under blindness specific technology, so I would check there again. I did call Google and found out from them that this is a known issue with the drive.google.com, and they are working on a fix, and hopefully we'll have one out in the near future. At this time, the only suggestion I have is to call them. They did offer to take my email address, so I'm not sure if they'll follow up with me when the bug is fixed, but hopefully that helps reassure you that you're not doing anything wrong. Who do we got next in Clubhouse?
Taylor?
Hey, Taylor.
Hey, so I will be upgrading because last week I had to go to the Genius Bar because my charge port is bad. So I can only wirelessly charge. And, that can only work for so long, especially because I'm an app developer. So the development is kind of complicated at the moment. So yeah, it's just been kind of a bad tech week last week because my Mac broke and my phone decided to be crazy. So yeah, that's what happened to me. But I don't have any questions.
When it rains, it pours, right?
I know. Well,
thanks for participating, Taylor. Appreciate it. Sheila, who do we got next?
Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby.
Bobby, you're still muted.
Okay. Alt-A is still the command for unmuting, right?
Yep, you are unmuted.
Okay, I have a deep, deep concern about what's happening next month. As we know, Windows 11 24H2 is coming out. And for non-tech savvy people, I mean, I'm pretty tech savvy, but I want to do a clean install of Windows on an old laptop I had, because I do that sometimes. I just do a clean install. I like to bypass just the upgrade, just so that I have a clean install. And if I made mistakes over the year, you know what I mean.
Yep, just to redo everything.
The thing, I like to do that at least every couple of years. But the thing that I'm really concerned about is BitLocker being enabled by default. And the reason being is that I don't want to be locked out of my computer. And my question to you or anybody on the call will be, will the screen reader alert you if you're using, because you're going to have to use Narrator to get started. You can't use JAWS or NVDA because it's installing a whole operating system. So my question is, will Narrator let you know, at least on the OBE, which is the out-of-box experience, hey, you're enabling BitLocker, and give you the key and let you at least get it on the clipboard or do something with it or put it in your note taker? Will the BitLock key be available for me to get when the installation is finished, or will I boot up my computer and be completely locked out?
So I don't... Oh, go ahead, Michael.
So one thing to keep in mind with this is there is a good point to this, and that is your BitLocker key. Once you, and this is one of the advantages of using your Microsoft account with Windows 11, your BitLocker key is actually going to be stored in your Microsoft account online. So you can use another device to recover your BitLocker key. If you are locked out of your computer, you just need to make sure that you are in the text field, and the screen readers do not appear to work with the BitLocker screen. But if you do have to enter that key, you can use your phone or some other device to get that key, and then you could type it in manually in the BitLocker screen to unlock your computer. And this is very similar to what we have to go through as workers at bigger corporations and government agencies, is we have to worry about entering that. So, yeah.
But now, if I think we have a little bit of a misunderstanding, not much. how do us blind people get the BitLocker key when we are doing work on our computers installing Windows? How do we get it?
So if you're signed into, and Michael can correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're signed into a Microsoft account, your BitLocker key should back up to your Microsoft account, as Michael was saying. If you're not using a Microsoft account, what I would personally do, if for some reason the screen reader doesn't read it to you, and I don't have any experience with this, so someone else using BitLocker may have some ideas, but you should be able to snap a photo with your phone to be able to capture that information and or use Iris/Be My Eyes.
Because at Windows setup, you cannot copy anything to the clipboard anyway whenever you're installing a new version of Windows. So you're going to have to get it either.
But can he read it? Will narrator read it to him? Do you know?
I do not know.
Okay. And that's what I don't know either, Bobby. So unless someone else has some feedback, which they can raise their hand and share that feedback with us, that's a good opportunity right now to reach out to the Microsoft Disability Answer Desk, let them know about your concerns and ask them if that's the case. But as Michael was saying, you can back your BitLocker key up to your Microsoft account if you sign in with a Microsoft account, which they make that kind of hard not to do anymore.
And I do sign in with the Microsoft account, so that's good. And thank you very, very much for your advice.
You're welcome. And thanks for your participation. Appreciate it. Sheila, who's next?
Pam.
Hey, Pam.
Okay, I guess I assume you mean
yes, Pam
me.
Coffee.
There are numerous Pams in the community.
You're the one here today, dear, so you're good.
Okay, I hadn't even looked at the participants list.
No
I'm
worries.
multitasking. So anyway, to answer the question of the day, I do not upgrade every year. I'm going to have to this time because my SE 2020, which I love, I just dread parting with it. It badly needs a new battery, big time, and I've had it 3 years. It came out 4 years ago, but I've had it for 3+. And I think I just really need to upgrade. Now, my question is, and I only upgrade when I have to. My question is this. On my iPhone, my image description feature just quit working a couple of days ago, and it had been a little iffy. I've done multiple restarts. I have also done something that was suggested when there is an update, and there hasn't been a software update in the last several weeks, and that is to go into voiceover settings, turn all of the voiceover recognition features off, including the image description and the text recognition and the screen recognition. Turn all of those off. Continue using your phone for about 5 minutes. Shut it down. Wait a minute or so. Turn it back on, and then go back in and turn all those voiceover recognition features back on. I did that. My image description still isn't working. So, do you know of anything else I can do?
No. Because you did what I would...
Sounds like you did it all.
Yeah, you did what I would suggest. I'd be curious if anyone else, and if you are, just raise your hand and we'll be glad to hear if anyone else is encountering image description issues. Michael?
One thing that I would check is, and I don't know if you've changed this or not, but you can also change a lot of those settings on a per app basis in voiceover settings. So that would be the only thing that
I don't do that. I turn image I normally have image description turned on all the time. It's rare that I turn it off, and that is only on a specific instance in a specific app, but I don't set the
custom accessibility features for apps.
No, okay. I do not, because I normally have all that stuff at the ready. They're all on my rotor. I can turn them on and off at will. But like I said, right now, my image description, and I have no eyesight. I like to use image description, and sometimes you really need it in order to, well, let's say you need to have a photo, a screenshot, or whatever you've taken described. That is not happening now. None of those things are being described. And even if I try to do explore image,
it doesn't describe it.
That doesn't work either.
Gotcha. So in this case too, Pam, of course, like I always suggest, I would reach out to Apple Accessibility and let them know the troubleshooting steps you've taken, because maybe there is a known issue that they're working on, and I'd love feedback from others as well. So thank you, Pam.
But this did not start with the last update.
It just
started
all of a sudden
just a couple of days ago.
Yep. So yeah, unfortunately, don't have more details for you there, Pam. And we'll see if someone else raises their hand and shares. And thanks for participating.
Thank you much.
Have a good one. Maybe it'll be fixed with your new phone.
You as well.
Who do we got next there, Sheila?
Area code 626 ending in 637. Can you tell us who you are, please?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, now we can hear you.
That's
okay.
Stacy.
Yeah,
Hey, Stacy.
I forgot which method I was using. Look, I have Zoom on Blind Shell, and for some reason the regular Zoom app is no longer working for raising my hand.
Mm-hmm.
But my friend Denise in Escondido, she's got Zoom and she's having no problem getting to reactions and all that other stuff. I don't understand why I'm having problems with getting to reactions and all that stuff. I can't see reactions. I can't see more. I can't see anything. Any suggestions for why I'm having trouble and she isn't?
I have two suggestions for you. Number one, if you haven't yet, drop an email to info@blindshell.com and let them know that you're encountering this. However, in their September newsletter, they did identify that some users are experiencing some problems with the Zoom application. I don't know if that's directly related, but that was published in their newsletter this month. So in this case, Stacy, I would reach out to info@blindshell.com and let them know that you're encountering this issue and you want to know if they have any feedback for you, okay?
Because they're not selling them anymore. So.
No, I did not say info@blindshell USA. I said info@blindshell.com. The Blind Shell is still being sold out of Prague, Czech Republic. Blindshell.com and blindshellusa.com are two different companies. So again, info@blindshell.com.
Okay.
Perfect, Stacy. Thanks a lot.
They would be able to.
Yep, that's
they
who
would be able
published
to
it
let
in
me
their
know
newsletter.
something.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot. And
Thank
Sheila,
you.
who do we got next?
Deborah Jackson.
Hello,
Hey,
Deborah.
Okay, I'm coming too often now.
We appreciate the return visits.
Yes, I got a 12, so my son said he's gonna help me, update on it because they change every year. But then two questions. One is, what do they do with our phone that we pay all the money for? Because sometimes I don't want to give it up. Like, okay, and you're gonna give me, like $500 for my phone, and then you're gonna take it and resell it. So, like, I can keep the phone, since I paid the full amount for it. Two, I'm trying to now like go through all my text messages because it seems like previously when you get a new phone, all your old text message from all the people that you had, text message with, like you want to go back to, like what we had texted about and stuff like that disappeared. And so I don't want to do that again.
If you're logged into your iCloud account and you have everything backed up, when you get your new phone, if you log in with your iCloud credentials and do a backup from your old phone, which would come down from the cloud, all of your messages should come back as well.
Okay, because I see the email saved, but not the text message.
Yeah, well, you got to make sure that your phone's updated all the way, and then you're doing the backup to your iCloud. And then when you get your new phone, you log in with your iCloud credentials and you do a backup from the latest backup on your old phone, and everything should come back the way it was just on your old phone. So your app should be there, your settings, your messages, all the things.
Yeah, so like if I have to get on Judge Judy and Judge Judy goes, "Where your proof?" Well, I had to get a new phone, so the text message went with it, with the old phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? So what do they do with that phone anyway?
Sometimes they will put them in places where people need phones that can't afford them. That's one thing they'll do. A lot of times they'll tear them down and use them for old parts and take the parts out of them to repair other devices. They do all the different kinds of stuff with them. Sometimes they just resell them at a lesser price.
Okay.
Just depends. There's all kinds of different things they do with them.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Have a good day.
All right. No reusing refurbished phone, because I hear some people like, I end up with a refurbished phone.
Yeah. Thank you.
Scott.
Hey, Scott.
All right. How are you? Well, to answer the question of the day, I normally don't get a new phone every year. I might, of course, I try to keep iOS up to date as much as possible. As long as the phone takes the latest iOS, I'll usually hold on to it as long as I can. I am interested probably in the new SE that's supposedly due out next year, so I may upgrade then. But
yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they come out with for that new SE. Right, I know they're going to make it more modern, kind of. They're talking about in the rumors, more like the 14 is kind of what it'll be like.
Like the guts of it'll be like a 14, the chips and such.
And the outside too. There won't be any more home button. It'll be like what the new modern phones look like.
Yeah. But getting on to my question, this is Windows related. One of my Windows 10 machines seems to have signed out of my OneDrive. Every time I boot it up, it gives me a notification. OneDrive isn't signed in. Please sign in again to continue to start syncing again. Where would I go to get that resolved? As far as get that machine signed back in? Is it under Windows I or somewhere or settings?
You should be able to hit Windows key B to go to your taskbar and find your system tray and find that notification that says you're not signed in. Pressing spacebar on that should present you with a menu that you can use your arrow keys to locate the sign in button and hit enter there. If for some reason that doesn't work, I would tap my Windows key and type in OneDrive, and you should find a OneDrive application to sign into.
Oh, okay. I'll try those few things. If all else fails, I guess I can use the Be My Eyes Microsoft technical or something.
For sure, and that they can see through your computer or through your camera, so they can let you know for sure what's going on. Quick caveat to the instructions I gave you. I said to find the system tray option and then hit spacebar to activate it. You actually want to press Shift F10, and that'll pop up the context menu so you can sign in there.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I just got to find that notification.
Yep. Just Windows key B should take you to your system tray.
Okay, where I do have JAWS. I understand JAWS plus F11 does usually
that works as well. Yep. And then you would just tab to the right click button option there as well. So thanks, Scott. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Nolan.
Hey, Nolan.
Hey, Nolan.
Hello, how are you guys doing?
Good, thank you. You?
Good, thank you. Hold on just a second, guys. So I have been experiencing a little bit of a train wreck with the MetaView app. Is it possible for me to send an email to you guys to explain what has been happening?
You can always
feedback at unmute.show.
Yep, just send us an email, and then we can either, if we can't help you, we can point you in the direction of some resources that will be able to help you. Okay.
Yeah. The Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses are working great for me. but one issue that I've been experiencing lately since last week and again today. I had an issue earlier when I'm using when I had to reset up my Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses. There is not I'm noticing on one of my Meta accounts that I'm using, there seems to be an issue where in the calling and messaging feature under communication, I cannot see the announce incoming calls toggle switch. I only see the announce messages and automatic message read out.
Okay, so where I would check, and Diane, just so you know, you're unmuted in Zoom. Where I would check is the if you go and flick up in your Meta Ray-Bans glasses on the Bluetooth menu in your settings, there should be an option to read out the call to identify the caller. But drop us an email, Nolan, and we can help you with further troubleshooting that. Okay.
Okay. I could also, if possible, I could probably, if possible, I was thinking if we can get someone to work with me one-on-one on that, that would be possible too.
Yeah, we can figure something out and see what's going on there. So drop us an email, okay, Nolan?
All right, I will.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Of course. Who do we got next, Sheila?
I think Mary Beth, 518, ending in 517.
Yep, Sheila, you're right.
Hey,
Hey, Mary Beth, how are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing okay. This is sort of a stupid question, but I don't know the answer. I have an iPhone and SE in 2020 and a blind shell. My family likes to send, text. So somebody will send a video. This happened last night. Somebody sends a video, then everybody comments on it. So they're like, 10. There's a video and then there's 10 comments. Nice video, blah, blah, this kind of thing. What is the best way to either on the iPhone or on the blind shell, or both, what's the best way to navigate through those successfully so that I can tell who wrote what? That's the part that I'm sort of missing in the messages in the middle. Thanks.
If you put your finger, well, you can do one of two things. You go all the way to the bottom on an iPhone in messages. Okay. The most recent message is going to be all the way at the very bottom. If you were to put your finger on that message and swipe to the left, it will take you one by one all the way back up through until you've heard all the messages. Okay. The other thing you could do is kind of try to move your finger around up and see where it starts and the chain there and swipe to the right and then go down if you want to.
Okay. And will it tell you like who it's from as well?
Yes.
That's the part I don't always get. Okay.
Sometimes
great.
you have to wait an extra second, to hear who it's from. Like it'll say, so-and-so said at, 10 a.m., whatever, you know what I mean? But it will say who it is.
Oh, it's probably my
And the other thing I will tell you, if you don't say like there's 10 people and you don't have all 10 people in your contacts, then it may only say a phone number.
Okay. I'm horrible about putting people in contacts. Okay. That's a great caution for me as well. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, E.G.
Hey, E.G., how you doing?
Doing good. Quick question. You often mention the Microsoft or Google or Android or Apple accessibility phone numbers. Mm-hmm. Is there a list of those numbers somewhere that you guys maintain, like on You Presents or who to contact and for various things like whatever?
That's a very good question. No, there's not a direct resources list for the specific phone numbers. However,
Be My Eyes, maybe.
That's what I was going to say. I will give a quick plug for the Be My Eyes application. Across the bottom tab, there's a service directories tab. If you double tap on that, that'll bring you to a categorized list of a lot of companies, anything from airlines to technology places. And so if you tap on technology, then you can find Microsoft Microsoft or Google. I don't know that their phone numbers are listed for Microsoft and Google specifically because they have partnered with Be My Eyes. And so you get on a live video call with them. Microsoft does offer a Microsoft Accessibility AI feature, or you can just connect to a Microsoft employee.
Super. Thank you.
No worries. Thanks a lot.
Tanya.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Tanya.
Hi. I sing in a group and we record on my phone and then I play them back at rehearsals. And I'm trying to break up the 5-minute recordings. I have 10 of them into like 2-minute recordings so I can send them to members of the group. But I don't know how to shorten the video on my phone to text. And I don't know how to get that recording from my phone into my Dell computer in Windows so I can email.
You could share. What are you said you're recording on your phone?
I'm recording our rehearsals and our segments that we perform on my phone.
And you have an iPhone?
Yep.
And are you recording into voice memos?
No, I just turn the phone on. Instead of taking a photo, I hit the video button and I have 10 recordings from the past year.
Gotcha. So you're recording a video and not just audio. So you go into the camera, you switch to video, and then you start recording, correct?
Yep.
Perfect. So if you go to your photos, then there is a photo album for videos. And if you double tap on that, I'm assuming you're using VoiceOver. If you do tap or double tap on that videos folder, which is also called an album, then you should find all your videos. If you double tap on each one of those videos, at the bottom of the screen, there should be a share button. Do you have your email set up on your iPhone?
No, I don't have enough vision for that. I do prescription magnification with the left field eye. And the phone I have is the little bitty iPhone mini because I won't drop it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get the mini phone to keep in my purse, my pocket, or fanny pack.
Gotcha. So you're just using magnification. You're not using VoiceOver at this time, where the phone will read everything to you. Were you aware of that feature?
No.
Okay, so I think there's some potentially more basic instruction that could be provided to help you with getting familiar with some of the accessibility features that are available on your iPhone, such as the fact that VoiceOver does exist, which will let you interact with your phone, and you won't have to worry about what you can or cannot see on the phone, because then it'll read everything out to you. In the meantime, to get your photos from your phone to your computer, you're going to have to be able to share them with your computer somehow. And I believe, Michael D., do you know any other way? Because you can't pull videos off of your phone from Windows, can you?
There's a few ways that you could do this, and I know in the iTunes app, when you plug in your phone to your computer, I believe that's still in Windows. I don't think they've sunsetted that yet, but I believe you could get it in the Windows Store. There's the iTunes app that lets you synchronize things between your phone and your computer. That might be the easiest way. There's also iCloud. Sending it as an email may not work anyway because of the size of the videos.
It would mail drop it.
Yeah, it would mail drop. But I would look at like the iTunes syncing ability with your using like hooking your phone up with a cable.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Windows Photo app may allow you to import those kind of things. But that's what I would look at if you're using a Dell computer.
Yeah.
You said the Windows Photo app may transfer them for me?
That may work, but also I would download iTunes and that would help the process as well.
Yes.
Okay, now to get to the iTunes, I just Google iTunes and it'll take me to the app to download onto my Dell.
There is what's called the Windows Store, and iTunes is the
Windows Store.
Yep. Yep, because that's where Google is going to take you, is to the Microsoft Store anyways. So just go to the Microsoft Store, type in iTunes, and you should be able to download iTunes, and then you can plug your phone into your computer It'll ask if you trust your computer. You'll say you do, and then you should be able to get your videos out of iTunes, hopefully.
By just connecting my phone to my computer instead of like to the charger.
Correct. And then opening iTunes.
But I have to put it on the phone too, or just on the computer?
No, just on the computer.
And there are a few steps you'll have to explore iTunes. You're going to have to, go through the application. It won't be just an instantaneous, do you want to import this stuff?
Yeah.
You're going to have to explore the application, but that should be in there.
Yep. I should give you the direction to head in. Thanks for participating, and definitely do a search for VoiceOver on Google and do a little bit of research on that, because I think that'll open up the possibilities with your phone in how you can navigate it and interact with it. Okay.
There's also an app I created called VO Starter that can teach you more about VoiceOver as well.
Yep. And you can get that from the App Store on your phone. It's VO Space Starter. All righty, Sheila, who do we got next?
Diane, do we have somebody in Clubhouse?
Yes, we do. Darlene is on stage.
Hey, Darlene.
Hey, Darlene.
Yeah, this is Darlene. I'm from Seattle. I'm just listening to everything. I'm a big listener.
Well, we appreciate you just saying
welcome.
hi, and thanks for jumping in and saying hi to us.
Yeah, I like to say hi.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, Darlene. Sheila, who do we got next?
Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
I was on a different screen. I'm trying to multitask here. I have a question. I've recently, my employer is converting from Windows 10 to 11. And so I have the new laptop with the Windows 11 on it. One of the things I noticed that didn't happen was when I do my insert F11 to get the system tray, I get the error message. It says, fail to obtain system tray tasks.
Oh, that's interesting. And are you on JAWS or NVDA or Narrator?
I'm using JAWS.
You're using JAWS, because I just did that on Windows 11, and it brings me up the standard select a system tray.
Yeah.
So have you by chance rebooted your computer, and does it happen after you reboot?
Yes.
Okay. So in this instance, what I would do, because I don't have an immediate answer, is reach out to Vispero. And do you have a way to take down their number? Do you have their number?
I have their number, and we did some checking of the, system tray and task under the one of the setting options there in Windows, and it looked like everything was set right. We also checked the task view on the taskbar, I guess, and I'm able to navigate stuff there. I'm able to see like the notification center, my battery, my network connection, the volume, speakers, the action center, but it's not in the actual system tray.
Interesting. I think there is a setting somewhere. So number one, if someone else has an idea, please raise your hand. We'll be happy to get to you and share that with Matthew. Okay. Otherwise, Matthew, also what I might check if you haven't yet is, and we've mentioned it a couple times, so maybe I should get them to send me somebody. Be My Eyes has the Microsoft Disability Answer Desk with video calls there, and Microsoft might have some other settings you can change as well.
Yeah, I was gonna mess with them. I need to check with my IT people because there's proprietary information on on
I get that for sure. And that could be playing into it as well. So
I'm thinking so too.
Good luck there, Matthew.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Who do we got next,
All right.
Sheila?
We've got 9 minutes and 5 hands.
Okay.
All right.
Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, guys. How are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you fine. Doing good.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing all right. As far as updating, I will need to update sometime this year because my iPhone is the battery is degraded, so it's messing up a lot of things, which leads me to my question.
Okay.
But before I ask the question, the last time I upgraded my equipment was when I had flip phones galore, and I have to get rid of those.
Gotcha.
So I don't want to do the same thing with iPhones. But anyway, my question is, I asked a long time ago about when I got an error message in the messaging app that says message sent failure. And I got that again today. Now, I already switched my SMS to on, O-N, and I already switched my MMS to on, O-N.
Mm-hmm.
So today when I got those alerts, I was like, what the heck is the problem? So my question is, could the fact that my battery is degraded have anything to do with that error message? And if so, what can I do about it other than swapping out my iPhone?
It shouldn't have anything to do with it. What I would do in your case, Lori, and I can only tell you one thing and then we'll have to move on, is if you get that message that says message send failure, typically it's a button that you can double tap on, which then gives you a menu option to try to resend as a text message. So give that.
Which I did do.
Yep. And then it went through.
I did do
correct?
that. And I resent it, and it came back the same way. So
okay. Yeah, then there could be some network issues. There's a lot of different things that could be it, but I highly doubt it's related to your battery. Okay.
okay. Well, that's what I
Perfect.
wanted to know, and that was the long and the short of my question.
Thanks a lot.
Thank
and
you.
Sheila, who do we got next?
I think it's Stephanie, 330, ending in 157.
Hi, this is Stephanie.
Hey,
Hello,
Stephanie.
how are you?
Yeah, I was just wondering what I should do because I mean, what should I do if I type in an email and then password and all that, and it says that it's not it said it's invalid.
Well, you'll have to go through the reset your password feature. So go to your email provider. If it's Gmail, you can go to gmail.com and choose forgot password or problem signing in, and then enter that information because it sounds like something is not correct there.
Yeah.
Huh?
I get those error messages like several times.
Gotcha. Yeah, it sounds like something is not configured properly, Stephanie. So I would try to do the forgot password option and see if you're able to get in then.
Thank you.
No worries.
Have a good one.
Gregory.
Hey, Gregory.
Hey, Gregory.
Yeah, I thought of a question, guys.
Okay.
I'm signed up for the office class, and will I need Dropbox in this class?
You will not need Dropbox to participate in the class. Some users prefer to use Dropbox, but if you're able to sign into the website at bits-acb.org, you'll be able to download the resources from there as well.
Okay, guys. I've never used Dropbox. I don't know how it works.
Dropbox will be covered in the class, so definitely something. It's not in the beginning, but it is in the list of chapters that Jeff converted to audio.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Gregory.
Thanks.
All right, you've got one more hand. Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
Hey, Stacy.
Okay, this time I'm asking a question about Be My Eyes. The volunteer side works, but the AI side doesn't work. What do I need to do with that? Because I tell you what happened. I changed my password. Well, actually, what happened is the guy changed my password. You know, the director of it, whatever it was.
Okay.
I don't know it, but he didn't even tell me it. He just quickly changed my password, and I don't know the password he changed it to, but the volunteer side works.
But you're not able to access the AI. Does it give you a specific error message?
Yeah, I'm not able to access the AI.
Okay. Does it tell you
what do
something
I do?
specific?
No.
It just doesn't
I just went into just doesn't go.
Okay. I'm not certain. Let me re-download Be My Eyes to my blind show. And tell you what, if you drop us an email to feedback@unmute.show, we can follow up with you or call back in next week. And I will give you an update on what I can find out about this. Okay. This is on the blind shell, correct?
Yeah. Right.
Perfect. Yep. Let me re-download Be My Eyes to the blind show and I'll see if I can get it to work. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Stacy. And I believe that wraps it up. So, Marty, remind people about how they can get in contact with us. Tell them the good news about what they can get if they want, and wrap it up. And thanks, Sheila and Diane.
Yeah. So if you want to reach out to us, you can email us at feedback@unmute.show. You can also check out everything else that we have going on at our website, which is unmute.show. And in the club now, we have new options for payment. You can do month to month. You can do a whole year at a time if you want. There's some good options there, which we just implemented. So people were asking for some more payment options. So we implemented those. So go check all of that out. And everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, y'all. All right, I'm going to end it for all. Have a great week.
You too, Sheila.